Today we're going to be reading from Chapter 6 of Frank Peretti's Tombs of Anak. Talmai Ben Arba and Dr. Cooper stopped short on a precarious rock formation. They saw Lila far below, scrambling up the rocks, fleeing for her life. They could see a huge, black, hideous thing right behind her, a deep, man-shaped shadow swallowing up the starlight, hiding the ground beneath it. Ben Arba jerked his rifle to his shoulder. "Anak!" he shouted as the rifle fired, the blue flame from the barrel lighting up the rocks. They heard Lila scream. Dr. Cooper was on his way to her, with Jay, Jeff, and Bill right behind. The little goat went running by them in overwhelming terror. They could see Lila on the ground, but could no longer see the shadow. "Cover us," Dr. Cooper ordered, and Jeff and Bill remained above, rifles ready, as he and Jay scrambled down the rocks. All around them, the song of Harafa melted into the horrible clamor of wails, like the cries of countless souls falling into hell. Ben Arba remained on the high rock pinnacle, his rifle ready, his eyes peering into the darkness, attempting to examine every shadow, every crevice between the rocks, every dark area on the landscape below that could possibly be his target. He didn't know if he'd hit it. He could see nothing. A spear whistled by his ear. He spun and fired the rifle at a small, moving shadow. Another spear glanced off a rock just behind him. The Yarim were attacking. When Dr. Cooper and Jay got to Lila, she threw her arms around her father and held him, not saying a word, not crying, only gasping for air. He didn't hesitate a moment, but carried her back up the trail. The eerie, warlike cries of the Yarim surged like angry waves all around them. Dr. Cooper hurried up the trail, ducking spears and arrows as he carried Lila. Jay watched behind them, and Jeff and Bill were above, still looking in every direction, trying to pinpoint the source of the deadly weapons. The Yarim, unseen in the darkness, were clambering down the rocks, moving in on them like a rock slide. Ben Arba searched for cover even while he looked for targets. "Savages! Fanatics!" he yelled at them, along with many filthy names in several different languages. He fired his rifle this direction, then that, in front, behind, spinning and looking all about. But the arrows were coming out of the dark, and he couldn't see who was shooting at them. The Coopers ran by, and he followed them, firing several more shots at nothing in particular. "Suddenly they're not so timid," Dr. Cooper called to him. "Not when their God is with them," said Ben Arba. "Did you see where it went?" "It vanished, Doctor, and let us do the same." They fled back to the camp, out from under the deadly shower of spears and arrows. The attackers did not follow them. As for the ghost, the thing, the horrible god called Anak Harafa, it was gone, just like that.